While everyone's been watching the big AI giants battle it out with these massive cloud servers, Apple, well, they've been quietly building a completely different kind of arsenal. It's a whole strategy centered around their secret weapon, the on-device AI revolution. So, that really makes you wonder, doesn't it? With all the headlines about chatbots and cloud computing, where is the real AI war actually being fought? Well, the answer might just surprise you, because the next great battleground for artificial intelligence, it's already in your pocket. Okay, now, before we get into the nuts and bolts of it all, just a quick disclaimer. This is all for informational purposes. We're breaking down a really fascinating strategy here, but we are not offering any kind of investment advice. All right, let's dive in. The entire story we've been told about AI is starting to shift. We're moving away from this idea that everything has to happen in these massive, power-hungry data centers and towards something way more personal. And that brings us to this core concept, sovereign personal AI. I mean, just think about that name. This is the idea that powerful AI models run directly on your phone or your laptop. So what does that really mean for you? It means you get complete control. Your data stays with you. Your computations are yours and yours alone. No cloud necessary. You see, this creates two fundamentally different ways of doing AI. You've got the familiar cloud-based model that most companies are using, and then you have Apple's new local first model. So let's see how they really stack up against each other. This slide really breaks it all down perfectly. On one side, you've got cloud AI. That's software as a service. You basically pay every time you ask it a question, and your personal data gets shot off to some remote server to get processed. But Apple's model, it's hardware as a service. You buy the device once, and the AI processing happens right there, with zero extra cost per query. And the most important part, your data never ever leaves your device. And this quote right here just nails it. In a world where we're all, getting a little more concerned about how our personal data is being used, Apple is making a huge bet that privacy isn't just another feature. It's the ultimate luxury good. And it's a powerful, powerful competitive moat. So, you're probably wondering, how does Apple make this whole local first AI dream a reality? Well, it all comes down to specialized hardware. So let's talk about the silicon that makes it all possible, the upcoming M5 chip. Now, looking at this comparison, it's pretty clear the M5 is not just a simple speed bump over the M4. I mean, look closer. Notice the GPU architecture. It has neural accelerators built right in. And just look at that incredible jump in memory bandwidth. These aren't just little incremental upgrades. No, these are targeted changes designed for one thing, running complex AI models locally. So what do all those techie changes mean in the real world? How about this, a 3.6 times faster response time? This is something called time to first token. You can think of it like that tiny pause before a search engine starts showing you results. The M5 basically makes that pause disappear, making local AI feel just as instantaneous as the best cloud services out there. And if you're a creative person, the leap is even bigger. We're talking a nearly four-fold increase in local image generation speed. This means creating and editing super complex images with AI in real time right on your device. Yeah, that's not a fantasy anymore. So to sum it all up, the M5 chip is engineered from the ground up to solve the biggest headaches for local AI. It delivers that instant response time, it's got the massive memory bandwidth to handle these huge intelligent models, and it turns the GPU into a second super powerful AI engine. It's truly built for decentralization. Okay, so we've got this incredible hardware. Now let's talk about how it's actually going to show up in the products we use every day. Because this technology is about to completely redefine what a pro device really is. Forget upgrading your phone just for the camera. The next big reason to go pro on the iPhone is going to be RAM and the neural engine. I mean, to run a truly personal AI agent, one that can understand your emails, your photos, your messages, all securely, you're going to need the memory and the processing power that only these top-tier devices are going to offer. And the M5 iPad Pro, it's going to be transformed into the ultimate portable AI workstation. For creatives who want to use generative AI for video or images without uploading their valuable intellectual property to some random cloud server, this becomes the perfect tool. It's a private, high-speed creative studio that fits right in your backpack. Now, this is a fascinating new category to think about, the home AI server. A Mac Mini or a Mac Studio with an M5 chip becomes a private hub for your entire family. You could run powerful open-source AI models right there in your home, creating a private brain for your household that syncs across everybody's devices. And finally, the Vision Pro. For spatial computing to really work, it has to understand your environment in real time. That just can't happen over the cloud. The lag, the latency, it would be unbearable. On-device AI is the only way to turn the Vision Pro from just a fancy screen into a true contextual layer over your world. So when you put all of these pieces together, you really start to see the massive strategic advantage, this incredible defensive moat that Apple is building. It's not about trying to compete on cloud servers. It's about changing the game entirely. And this huge shift makes one thing crystal clear. The debate is over. To power the next generation of personal AI, our devices are going to need more memory, a lot more. Ultimately, what Apple is doing here is no longer just selling you a phone or a computer. It's selling you a private, secure, and sovereign data center. The true value of the ecosystem is that every single one of your devices becomes a personal node in your own private AI network. Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on. As all this technology becomes a reality, what's going to drive your next purchase? Is it going to be the incremental improvements we're all used to, like a slightly better camera, or will it be for something entirely new? The power of having a personal AI right in your pocket.